So ladies and gentlemen, we know how this starts. On behalf of my wife, we were introduced to each other by Jenny Wood. You all heard that when the celebrant was going blah, 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 blah. Earlier on.
Now, Caris had just discovered an interest in running, and her friend Jenny introduced her to Glen, who was a very experienced runner. Now, the two began to run together, beginning as friends, of course, but soon the relationship developed into so much more.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Can you keep up? Can you keep up? Can you keep up?
It was actually during a run at Banff Estate that Glen decided Caris was the one. She took such an interest in all of the stories of Glen's childhood in the estate that he just knew, as he said himself, she was the one for the future and forever. And as for Caris, well, she had her light bulb moment during a long weekend spent at Aviemore, her favourite place, which is now Glen's favourite place too. They spend a lot of time there together now. Romance blossomed between the two, and at the Bells in Hogmanay 2024, Glen proposed at Slains Castle. It was a wonderfully exciting occasion in the dark with head torches and fireworks, which may explain why Caris actually forgot to say yes.
The couple were drawn together by their love of running. They even did the park run yesterday. The relationship has developed into a totally compatible partnership with deep commitment to each other. We've become very fond of Caris and welcome her to the family as the new Mrs. Chalmers. But like... I've said it to many people, most of them are in this room. I'm the luckiest person in the world to have met Caris. We've been through a lot. There's been a lot of dips and a lot of highs, quite a few dips, but we've supported each other all the way through that. We form a great team together. We make life better with one another, and we accomplish goals with one another.
No seriousness, you're very well thought of, Caris. Beautiful daughter. Caris is a caring, C for caring, A for amazing, R for running. Yeah, maybe that would be said about that, is it? Aye, independent, and the smile is light of the room. So I wish you the love in the world, the love in the world. Let's raise a glass, guys, to the bride and groom. You're beautiful, darling.
What's it got?
I found you.
Caris and Glen, you've now both made a solemn and binding contract, and by virtue of these declarations made in my presence and in the presence of both your witnesses and your guests, I have much pleasure in declaring you married. Applause. Continue to respect, trust and appreciate one another, and you'll make each other happy throughout all of life's adventures with your best friend by your side. After all, both sets of parents taught you that your partner should also be your best friend.
To raise a glass to Caris, our families and our futures together, toasting happiness and love.